Today is my 21st birthday, and I will be leaving the foster care system. This is my story. I was taken from my mother when I was 7. I have lived in 20 homes and gone to 8 different schools. When I was 11, I was living with a family that loved me and wanted to adopt me, but my dad, whom I hardly remembered, wanted me to come live with him in Texas. I didn't want to go. Things with my dad didn't work out. Not even a year went by when he sent me back to Illinois. Abandoned once again, I was back in foster care. Would I ever have a real home? After being returned to Illinois, I was placed in 3 different foster homes in 2 different counties. When the 3rd family rejected me, I was moved to a home in yet another town, Maywood. I began a new school, Proviso East, that was completely foreign from the schools I was used to, but I learned to fit in. When the family in Maywood gave up on me, I was sent to an emergency foster home in Calumet City. This was so far away from Proviso East that I had to wake up at 4 in the morning so I could get 3 trains and 1 bus to get to my school on time. Despite all the changes in my life, I was determined to stay in school. After a while, I ran away and went from one friend's home to another. This took me out of the foster care system, and I no longer received even the most basic support like food and clothes, until I was placed in a transitional living home.
I became Nina's CASA when she was returned to Lake County. It was my job to make sure Nina didn't continue to fall through the cracks in the foster care system. Nina had been so close to permanency once before. I was determined to help her get to a safe place again. But trauma like Nina's can take a lifetime to overcome, and the traumas just continued and were compounded as a result of being in the system. There were many, many ups and downs. I just tried to be there to pick up the pieces when she needed me and fight for her safety and help her gain stability. She lost her family, her rights, and her hope.
Until Leslie became my CASA, I didn't know what it was like to have someone by my side. I kept expecting her to leave, but she didn't. Even when I made some really bad choices, Leslie was always there to set me straight and move me forward. She told me what was right, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear, just like the mom I never had. When I was 17 and I had a child, I knew I disappointed Leslie, but she stayed with me and she helped me as much as she could. But I was still a child myself, and the responsibility was too much. When she was 2, Brielle was taken from me. At 3 years old, she is now in her 2nd foster home. While I was working hard to get my precious daughter back, I discovered at one of my visits with her that she had been abused in the system that was supposed to protect her as it was supposed to protect me. I have learned some hard lessons, and I'm working to get my daughter back. I want us to be a family. I have learned to be grateful for my blessings and to forgive the people that didn't know any better. I have learned that just because one person didn't care enough about me doesn't mean nobody cares. Sometimes all it takes is one person to change a child's life forever. For me, it was my CASA. Today is my 21st birthday, and I'm beginning to write the next chapter of my story. I didn't know how I would have gotten here without my CASA. I don't even want to imagine.